All right, lesson 10.1, square root functions. State the domain and the range and graph them so that we can look and see what they look like. So if we graph 2 root x, back here clear. So if we graph 2 root x, there it is, go ahead and graph it. That is what it looks like. So state the domain and range. As you can see, it's not going, you can't put negatives in because you can't take the square root of a negative number, even if you tried. So second square root, take the, -2. If you try to take the square root of a negative number, it's going to give you an error. It says in real mode, all calculations must result in a real number, because this is a non-real answer. So when you look at the graph of this, notice that it doesn't go to the left, it doesn't go to the right. So second square root of x is what we had here. Graph it. And that's kind of what it looked like. Or even 2 root x? I believe it was. Let me go back here. Yep, 2 root x. So y equals 2 root x. Graph it. So our domain would be numbers for x greater than or equal to 0, and our range would be y is greater than or equal to 0. So our domain, x is greater than or equal to 0, our range, y is greater than or equal to 0. All right, now I'm comparing it to the parent function. So the parent function is the square root of x. So if we go back to our y equals, type in second square root of x, and then type in our new equation, which is -3 root x. So -3 root x, and then graph both of these. All right, so there's our original, and there is our second one. So as we can see, it's reflected. Notice how close the blue line is to the x-axis. The red line is further away. It's stretched vertically. So we would say that it is reflected across x-axis, and it is stretched vertically. And then our domain. So if we look at the graph, the domain, again, all real values of x can go in for that. I just can't have negatives, so I can't put anything in less than 0. So our domain is x is greater than or equal to 0. And our range, and this is where we have to be careful, notice our range is on the bottom, so it's from 0 to the bottom. So this would be y is less than or equal to 0, because it reflected. Graph each function, compare it. Okay, so square root of x plus 1, go back into y equals, clear this one. Second square root of x, arrow out, make sure I'm not in there, plus 1, graph it. There's the original. So notice that the red line moved up 1. All right, so for this one, that's because of that right there. So this translated 1 unit up. Our domain, I can still have numbers in there as long as they're greater than or equal to 0. So x is greater than or equal to 0. But our range, notice that because it bumped up 1, our y is greater than or equal to 1. The square root of x minus 2, so y equals, clear, second square root of x minus 2, graph it. So there's the original, and there is the second one. Notice that it is now bumped to the right too, and that is because of that what's in here. Remember from the last chapter, we had like negative a, parenthesis x minus h, quantity squared, plus k. This k did something, the minus h, and that's kind of where this minus h is coming in. So minus h, h is a positive 2, so this translated 2 units to the right. And then our domain, what can go in for our domain? Well, looking at our graph, 0, because it's not part of it here, so 0 didn't go in, 1 can't go in, 2 can go in. So for this one, our x is greater than or equal to 2, and then our range would be y is greater than or equal to 0. And if I go back to my graph, notice that it's starting here at 0. And if you do it mathematically, put a 2 in for x, 2 minus 2 is 0, and the square root of 0 is 0. So if you substitute that back in. All right, the Golden Gate Bridge is about 67 meters above the water. The velocity, v, of a freely falling object that has fallen h meters is given by v equals square root 2gh, where g is the constant, 9.8 meters per second squared. Graph the function. If an object is dropped from the bridge, what is the velocity when it hits the water? So we need v equals the square root of 2gh. V equals the square root of 2 times 9.8 times 67. So substitute that into the calculator, second mode to get back here, and second square root 2 times 9.8, nope, clear. Second square root 2 times 9.8 times 67, hit enter, and I get 36.2. So V equals 36.2 meters per second. And the last one. So graph that. So again, I mean, I can look at this and say it's negative, so it's reflected across x-axis. The 2 tells me that it is stretched vertically. The 1 at the end there tells me that it's translated 1 unit up. And now I have to think about my domain and my range, so x and y. Well, because of the reflection, I know it's going to be y is less than or equal to something, but I want to graph it just to be sure. So this was negative 2 second square root of x, arrow out, and this was, what was it? Plus 1. Plus 1. Go ahead and graph it. So there's the original, and there. So our range, our domain can be 0. I can put 0 in. So if I go back, put 0 in for x, the square root of 0 is 0. 0 times negative 2 is 0. I get plus 1. So our domain can be x is greater than or equal to 0. When I put 0 in, like I said, I just put it in. 0, square root of 0 is 0. Times negative 2 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So y is but less than or equal to 1 because it was reflected, so it goes on the opposite side.